Hey guys, I'm making a video showing the items that I use to make fires and the reasons why I use these items. I know there's a lot of videos out there about everyone's fire kits and the items that they use. But when I first got into bushcrafting, I watched a ton of videos and a lot of them were similar, but I always got something different from each of these videos. So I'm hoping to add to that, and maybe someone's going to see something different or get a different idea, a different perspective, and so maybe they'll see something that works for them. Okay, so let's just get right into this. This is my fire kit. It is wrapped in a cotton cloth. This is a piece of fabric that was ripped off some old shorts that I was about to throw out, and I figured, hey, I could use that fabric instead of just throwing it out. Before that, I had my fire kit in a leather pouch that I got at the secondhand store, and I used that for a while, but decided I didn't really want that anymore, and so started using this, which is a pouch from those same cargo shorts that I was about to throw out. I thought, hey, I need a little pouch, and so I ripped them off the leg, and they work pretty good. I really like them, but I decided that I didn't want it for my fire kit. I wanted for other items. So I ended up just doing this, just the cloth, just the fabric here, wrapping up the tin. The reason why I like this is because, first of all, I could char this if I really needed, but also when I put this down on a surface, whether it's leaves or dirt, I create contrast, so I don't lose things in that environment. I can put my tools down and see them clearly, and I don't lose anything in the leaves, and I really like that. I really like that I can do that. Just kind of organize myself a little better. So to get into this is just a tin that was given to me a couple years ago. I punctured a hole into it, and I actually do make char cloth in it. I bake it, so that's what I use as my container. Next are the pieces of fat wood that I use. Don't carry a lot of it because I don't really use it a lot. Even in really bad conditions, I rarely use it. A lot of rain or anything that makes starting a fire more difficult, I don't use it because I like to push myself and train myself that way, but it is there, and I decided to use fat wood because I used to use cotton and Vaseline, but I saw a video of someone they posted it on YouTube, and basically he submerged this piece of fat wood in underwater for like 5.5 minutes, shaved off a piece after that, and then lit it, and it just lit up nicely. So it's waterproof. It's at least water resistant, something that cotton and Vaseline doesn't really do. And so I decided to go with this. It serves a similar purpose, and to me it just made more sense to have that. It's also renewable. You can get that in your environment, in the wilderness. You can harvest that. So it's renewable, and I appreciate that. Next item is my Bic lighter. It's just a mini Bic lighter, something I rarely use also, but it's there in case I need it, something very quick. Next is my char cloth in a Ziploc bag. I bake that all in that tin there, and I use denim. I like denim because it's, if you bake it correctly, it can get very fine so that it catches a spark very easily. But it also has like a different durability than regular cotton, at least in my experience. And I appreciate that better. And also I have a ton of old jeans that I could cut to strips and make a lot of this. And so it's something that I have, so it's what I'm going to use. Next is a Fresnel lens. I've used this a lot, and I love it. I love anything that is renewable, and I really like this piece of plastic here. I got this off eBay a couple years ago. I don't remember how much I paid, but it was like a pack of 10 for like $4 to $5. I don't remember exactly how much I paid, but I know that different outdoorsmen or bushcrafters use different kind of magnifying lenses, but of different strengths. But this has worked fine for me. If you prepare yourself and you're skilled, you could use this just fine, and I have, and it works, and it's very light. It doesn't take up much room, and I really enjoy using it. These are some matches that I got from an MRE meal or something. I don't remember exactly where, but it says that they're water resistant. I don't think I've ever actually used these matches, but I've had them, and in a Ziploc bag, of course, and I don't really use it. I don't ever really use it, but they're there in case I need them. Last but not least, oh, actually, no, I forgot this little guy. This is my ferro rod. It's pretty pathetic looking, I know, but to be honest with you, I don't ever really use it either. That's why I haven't really replaced it, but I am working on replacing it the next couple weeks. But it's, you could see that I've used it a lot. I've broken it. It's been used a ton, and it's worked. It's worked well. There's a lot of great things to say about ferro rods. They're relatively inexpensive. You can use them for a long time, and they put off a very hot spark, very, very hot. You could light up a lot of different things with it. But I wanted something a little bit more sustainable than this, something that was going to stick around a long time. And at some point, ferro rods, you use them up, or they break, or whatever. But there's a lot of great things to say about this, and I would definitely keep it in my kit, but just as an emergency, I guess. Last but not least is my flint and steel. I picked this up from Dave Canterbury's website, and I love it. Very, very. I mean, there's a skill set that you have to use it, but once you got it down, it's great. And this particular piece here is very. Let's see if I can. It's very simple. It's not very complicated. I know there are some out there that are very attractive, heavier, and you got the woven handle there, and this is not like that, of course. This is something very simple. I think I paid, I don't know, under $10 for this and the flint and a little pouch. I don't remember exactly what came in it, but I really appreciate it, and I don't need anything heavier. It does the job. I really like it. And I use this. This is my main form of combustion that I use. It's fascinating to me that you have to learn all these different skill sets to make it work. But once you make it work that way, it's a very sustainable way to do things. You're very self-reliant. And as long as you don't lose that steel, and you probably won't break it, you'll be fine. Harvesting the proper tinder and building a proper nest and just all of these different things, the skill set that is required to make your char, all these different things come together to work for a flint and steel method of combustion, and I think that's awesome, and I use that a lot. I use that more than anything, probably 90% of the time, 95% of the time. And the more you use something, the better you get at it, the less you feel you need other things. And that's kind of what I'm kind of getting at, is like the culture behind fire starting, and combustion. There's a lot of different things that you can use. I used to use a magnesium bar with the ferro rod on the side. Never used that, but it's similar to a fat wood, But if I were to lose that magnesium bar, I could find fat wood in my environment. There's a lot of different things, the wet fire and those emergency kind of fire starting methods. But like I said, doing these things is about preparing yourself, and you do have to have a level of like an emergency kit or something. But for what I constantly use in this kit, this is all I really need. And the char, you could make it out of punk wood. You can make it out of cattail. There's several different ways to make these things, and you know, in my whole kit, I have a lot of redundancy when it comes to char materials or charring materials. I have a lot of cotton in, you know, bandanas or, you know, pillowcases or whatever that I have. I can use it. I'll always have that. There's nothing else in here actually. This is just another piece of flint that I use. I carry 2 pieces, and I have a ton of this. You know, I was able to acquire it from my area, and I have a ton of it. That's pretty much it. That's all I have to say about my fire kit. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you guys have any comments or questions, please feel free to give me some advice, or you know, or I'll answer any of your questions. You know, this is what I'm doing now, but who knows how it's gonna evolve. And in case you're wondering, I am able to do a more natural fire using friction. I don't have as much experience with that, but it is something, like it is a skill set that I think is important if you want to be completely self-reliant. And I enjoy doing it, but this is what I use primarily, and this is what works for me. So thanks a lot, guys, for watching.